Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning back here again on the channel. This is Son of Liberty. So today's first impression video, we're going to be taking a look at IWI's Masada 9mm. So guys, when I first saw this thing, I immediately fell in love with it. But there were a few features that really stood out to me, and I felt like that this would be a really great first impression video for you guys here on the channel based on its price point and its features. So today we're going to actually put two magazines through this guy, see how it performs. I'll go through some of my normal testing that I do, and we'll talk about some of the other things, and I'll bring it in closer so you guys can see how the trigger, how it breaks, its reset, and kind of talk to you about that in just a little bit. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and put a couple mags through this thing, see how it performs. All right, guys, so this is the first couple shots through the Masada IWI 9mm. Definitely shoots a little low for me. I've almost kind of got a lollipop the front sight. So yeah, the recoil feels very predictable. It's actually a soft shooting gun. Now the muzzle flip, I'll have to look at it better on the video. It doesn't look like it's very much at all, but the recoil is, again, very predictable. It's not a harsh recoil. Based on the size of the gun, I wouldn't expect it to be. But I'm not really kind of on point with the sights. I do have to kind of lollipop those just a little bit, and that's going to be pretty typical depending on your hand grip, the way that you grip the gun. Different sights usually are going to be a little bit different for different people, but for me, these particular sights, I do kind of have to lollipop it in order to actually get the rounds to hit where I want them. All right, so 17 rounds down, obviously no problem. What I'd like to do now is go ahead and give you guys a look here at the trigger, see how it feels. All right, guys, so again, here is the take up. Very, very little take up. I'm already at that wall. It doesn't take a whole lot of effort to roll across that wall, and it's a very soft break, okay? It's not very pronounced. And then the reset is the issue that I feel, I guess the issue that I have the most with this trigger is that I am having to do more of the work to get the trigger to the actual wall and reset, so I'm actually prepped for that next shot. I like a trigger that pushes my finger out and gets me to that wall quicker so that I'm ready to press that second shot, okay? A lot of you guys that have been shooting for a long time will know exactly what I'm talking about. Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and put another magazine in here and see how she does. All right, guys, let's go ahead and see how this thing tracks multiple targets. I went ahead and loaded up a few more rounds. It kind of broke my rule here, but I just wanted to check a few other things here. I shoot this gun a little low. Again, I have a lollipop. The rounds, you can see those 3 rounds touching. I've got to kind of lollipop that front sight in order to kind of get the rounds to hit where I want it to. Another thing I also want to test is the limp wrist test to see how this does. So again, I'm just going to relax my wrist. I do this because a lot of new shooters haven't developed the proper recoil mitigation techniques, and I want to see how this gun is going to react to those newer shooters. So here we go. Good. All right, that's good. One of the things that I will say is that I have had some problems with the magazine release. One of the problems is where it's located at. It's not very pronounced, and I feel that I don't know if I'm actually hitting my fingers here on the opposite side as I'm pushing the magazine release, but I feel like it sometimes hangs up on me and it doesn't want to release this magazine. It doesn't want to release that magazine out. Another issue that I have found is that with the way that the magazine mag well itself is cut, with these additional angles, it does make it a little bit harder. I've been, doing some reloads at the house. Adjust this top camera. I do feel like that it makes it a little bit more difficult to kind of hit those angles properly, and correctly. Now, maybe over, hundreds and hundreds of rounds through this thing and doing mag changes, that may change. But again, I did feel like I had a lot more issues coming from the guns that I typically always shoot, and then coming to the Masada because of those angles. All right, guys, so that is going to conclude the first impression of IWI's Masada 9mm. I hope that you guys are enjoying these types of videos. I know that I am. It gives me the ability to continue to test new firearms coming out on the market at a much lower round count to make it more affordable. But it's also giving you guys a snapshot into a new firearm to give you guys more information and feedback if it's something that either you may or may not be interested in. So guys, if you're new here, I would love for you guys to join this journey with me. I try to put out the best quality of content that I can for you guys. Consider hitting that subscribe button, like this video, share it with your friends if you feel inclined to. Those things help the algorithms for YouTube. And as a gun channel, it's really hard for me to get these videos out there to the masses. So with your help, I can actually do that. And guys, thank you so much for your continued support to my subscribers. I really do mean it. It means the world to me. And I just want to thank you guys so much for everything. And guys, I will be reviewing a Walther PDP. I do have one in the safe. I'm waiting on a plate to come in. I'm going to be throwing a Holosun 509T on it. I'm going to be testing that. And I'm going to do a full review on that pistol. So anyway, guys, stay tuned for that one. Till that next video, guys, take care. Be safe.